What's up, guys? Welcome back to Build Cool again. Today, it's back to work on our dirt bike to street legal adventure bike build. And in this episode, it's time to make this thing roll a little bit better and then start to do some work to get this thing running. So we're going to go ahead and start up front with the headset, get some spacers figured out there. Then we got to address this motor mount. We got a couple spacers to make, and then we can get this bolt all mounted in. And then we need to figure out this swing arm spacer for back here where the old motor would have sat between the swing arm. And then we'll have to get the gas tank and seat on, and hopefully we'll be able to start figuring out our intake and get that carburetor all mounted on there. But before we get started, let's go ahead and smash that like and subscribe button so we can keep on building cool. And while you're at it, be sure to turn on that post notification bell so you get notified every time a new episode drops. So with all that being said, let's get started. Guys, it's the next day here. So yesterday we were able to go ahead, get the spacers up here made for the headset. So now the headset's nice and tight, doesn't wiggle around no more. We got the spacers for up here where the bolt goes through the frame, so that way it spaces it to match the motor right here and gives these guys a straight shot, so that way they're easy to just remove and take the whole plate off and then be able to pull the engine out. We were also able to go ahead and get the spacer made right back here between the swing arm. So now we don't have to worry about the swing arm moving around and doing its thing. So then today we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to get our carburetor right on in here. Which means we got to make a custom intake because this kit did not come with one. So we're going to go ahead and start by using some cardboard. Make a little plate for this, figure out where the holes are all going to be, and we'll build that out of steel. And then we got to make one for the carburetor. Then we'll go ahead and use some bent tubing that I've had laying around to make this bend. And I'm kind of thinking I want the carburetor to be poking off towards the left side. It would be easy to go right here, but I feel like it's just going to hang out and be hanging off the bike. And that's not what I want. I'd rather have it tucked back here right alongside the shock. That way I have room for an air filter, and I think it'll look nice like that and help fill in this space. So let's go ahead and get going on this. guys, it's the next day here. So yesterday we were able to go ahead and get the flanges made. We got one for the motor and then we got the other one for the carburetor, but I don't have it out here, I see. So we're gonna go ahead, take those guys. I've got some bent tubing already so we can start to form it all up right in there. That's where it's going. So we'll get that all figured out and then hopefully we can keep on moving on. The tubes just showed up, so who knows, maybe we'll be able to get tires on this episode. We're gonna start hearing a lot more of this next day stuff because I don't have much time in the day anymore. For a while here I was just hanging out, now I'm not, and so I only get a couple hours per day to be able to work on this thing, but I have no intentions of stopping. We're gonna keep building cool and we're gonna make this all happen. So with all that being said, let's get going. Alright guys, it's the next day once again. So today we're going to go through and we're going to try to get these tires mounted on here. So we'll start with the front, see how that goes. This is my first time mounting real motorcycle tires. I've done mopeds before, I've done cars, hundreds if not thousands of bicycle tires, but never one on a motorcycle. So this should be a little different and we'll see. So let's get going. Alright guys, so we were able to accomplish getting all of our spacers made. We got the front tire mounted on there, the carburetor's all on there, we made a custom intake. We still need to get some hardware for it and then make our gaskets, but we're getting there. So in the next episode, we're going to get those gaskets made, we'll get the rear tire on here, and we'll see what else we can take care of. But before we get out of here, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button so we can keep on building cool shit. And while you're at it, be sure to turn on that post notification bell so you get notified every time a new episode drops. So with all that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace!